numbers if you are wayward. So I hit a hybrid, which I wasn't very happy with, and I've put it at least somewhere where I would have laid up anyway with a 7-iron, and I've given myself that distance of around 95, 96 meters to the pin, but I just need 75 meters to carry the front, so it's going to be a sand wedge to make sure that I don't end up short, but also it's got enough receptive loft that would also assist the condition, because it feels like the wind is a tailwind, so I can easily hit this 2 flush, and I don't want to be above the hole. So I've hit a shot that's a little bit short. When I say short, I'm saying I've got outside birdie chance of more than 15 foot, and I leave the putt just to the right. So it's a par, and I'm now level after 5 holes, and now the difficult 15th. It feels as if the wind is not hurting, it's still a crosswind. It's a difficult tee shot because you have a front left position, and anything on the center of the green is what should be the target. Once again, that pin comes forward, and then you probably start hitting at the ball, and that's not the issue. I need to hit through the ball and commit to an 8-iron or a 7-iron, and 7-iron was the wrong club on the day. I've actually sprayed it to the right, and it's in the pin height trouble, which is a penalty drop, and I chip a very poor sand wedge, leaving myself probably more than 20 foot to save bogey. So I'm trying to reduce the big number, because 5 is pretty much on at this stage, a double bogey on the par 3. But I actually managed to hit an unbelievable bogey putt that actually gets holed out from outside 20 foot. It was right to left on the last 3 foot, and now I'm at least reducing the damage to 1 over after 6. It's stroke 1 time on the 16th. There's no tees on the right side of the par 3 15th. You have to go to the left side of the par 3 15th, meaning you hitting from the nursery area where they're doing all the seedlings and some of the garden beds. So driver would really put me under pressure if you want to take on the distance. I think the shape here is a draw coming off the water on the right, and then you've also got to consider you don't want to be in amongst the trees that line the stroke 1 and the third hole par 5 coming the other way. So I hit a hybrid in an unbelievable position to put myself. Finding that fairway with the hybrid was exactly what I needed after a bogey, and I'm looking at the pin that's completely on the left, absolutely no room between the fringe and the flag, and it's a 7-iron for sure, but I don't take the 7-iron. I've now gone for an 8-iron because something was telling me that the wind was assisting me, and I'm actually aiming center of the green, which is a good play, but I've left it short now because a 7-iron should have been hit. And I've got an up and down from a difficult de-elevated position and no green to work with, so I must just make allowance that 5 is going to happen here, and I 2-putt to do that exact result. So I'm now 2 over after 7 holes. I've now got to finish the 17th and 18th just to give myself at least some momentum, but I don't. I actually do really poorly with the 17th and 18th around the stretch. I actually go bogey, double bogey, just like that. But at least on the first, I had a very good look with a 3-iron, and then I hit a very good 7-iron approach. I felt very good after that 7-iron. I felt things were working mentally and visually, and also I felt that I had found the swing that I sort of had lost somewhere on those last closing 4 holes. So I had a chance for birdie, unfortunately left it a bit short, so I am 5 over, because I have gone 40 on the front 9, And on the back nine, the back nine or the inward nine for me would be the first and second. I've gone par, and very happy with the way I've managed to change the course of the management of the round, and I've hit a 3-wood to find the fairway on the par 5 third, and I've given myself a 5-iron to put myself that odd distance, 55 to 65 meters, and I actually hit a decent wedge, which counts as a hit green with a wedge, and I get my second wedge conversion on the day on the third, because I hit a putt which looked like I hit way too hard, but from about 3 foot it did do that right to left and found a birdie on the par 5. Always good to get a birdie on a par 5 where you feel you should be getting strokes gained against the field. I'm back to 4 over at this point after 12 holes, and I just need to keep that swing, keep that connection, and feel my body as I want to build on the experience. And I actually, rate myself probably 7 out of 10 with the way I finished the round, because it was a poor tee shot on 4 and 5 to put myself, in that bogey. But I really gave myself a birdie chance on 6, 7, and 8, with all of those being very good approaches, and I 3-putts at least 2 out of those 3 holes, which is unbelievable given the momentum I'd built up to that point. And it's really a situation of trying to finish the last hole with a par to finish 8 over, which would be a 78 gross with the medal round. With the handicap being a 5, I'm going to sign off for a 73 net. In all instances, not bad with the conditions, and to make par on the last 9th par 3 was a big one, because it was a par that could have easily been a 3-putt territory, given that the last 3 holes I've just come off 2 par 3 putts, and I'm finding that technique of looking at the hole very important for me, just to rehearse a swing that I can try and replicate rather than trying to hit and hope. And I'm feeling very good with the fact that I've managed to at least understand where some of the course decisions come from and what I should be practicing in terms of intentional practice. It might not seem like I'm practicing if I'm going out and always doing a practice round, but at the end of the day, there is drills that are really quite hard on the mental side, the mental toughness side. When you play 2 balls, if you're on your own in twilight golf, and you play with the worst ball every time, you are going to develop a much better mental approach. So that's how I felt after the round. I felt like I did leave maybe 4 shots out there, but I'm looking forward to going back during the week. There is some midweek competition because it's the end of the month. It's going to be a new financial year on the 1st of March, which is the Friday. I've got quite a lot of work to do, so if I can just reward myself with twilight golf at least 2 afternoons this week, it will probably give me the preparation I'm looking for, because it's league on Sunday, which means I'm going to have a morning and afternoon match play. And very excited with where the swing is going, because if I'm not feeling it, I've at least got a game plan, how to manufacture a swing. But man, it's feeling great when I'm in the moment and I'm stringing those circles together, because it actually does feel a lot more effortless and it feels a lot more in sync. So I'm very happy with some of the swing thoughts and outcomes that are coming out of the wedge, especially with this particular round. The focus was there, and it's happened again on the Monday. I did a twilight golf yesterday as I'm broadcasting today on Tuesday, and the wedges are definitely an area where I can really cut a lot of strokes and really get somewhere with that. So looking forward to the week ahead. I hope the podcast came out okay. I had that British accent because I've been listening to some Russell Brand. So if that came through, eventually I got back to myself, got back to my innate rhythm, my own soliloquy, and I hope you have a great day ahead, and keep positive, keep golfing, keep the triumph of the spirit, and we will get it on. It is almost the end of the 20-round experiment, building some content for the next podcast, which could be turned into a show, and we'll see you then.